Now, here's a quick way to tell whether your CRM is working properly. If a new lead arrived right now, again, would something happen automatically? Or would the next step depend on someone noticing? Are you using AI in your CRM to qualify that lead and put them into an appropriate bucket so that maybe someone who's an ideal fit for your business that you can really help gets routed directly to your phone? That single question reveals almost everything about how a system is designed. I want to start today's episode with a slightly controversial statement. Now, I don't think that CRM implementations fail necessarily because the software is bad. They fail largely because the thinking behind them is wrong. And I see this pattern time and time again. A business owner, for whatever reason, decides a CRM. They need a CRM. Maybe their marketing strategist told them, or their web developer, or their business coach, or they just got to the point where they're sick of kind of trying to make it work. They buy one largely based on some recommendation that says, this is the one I use, this is the one you should get, or we've seen on ad on TV. They set it up, they maybe move some contacts across, and for the first few weeks, it feels largely promising. And then slowly, quietly, people stop using it. And 6 months later, your CRM becomes what I call a very expensive address book or Google Sheet. Now, if you've ever installed a CRM and abandoned it later, you are not alone. But the reason might not be what you think. Now, most people install a CRM expecting it to create growth. They think that this will help me get more clients. But a CRM doesn't create growth. A CRM manages relationships and momentum. It's in the name, customer relationship management. Although I would challenge that and say it should be contact relationship management as well. If there's no clear flow of leads, conversations, and follow-ups already happening, a CRM just becomes an expensive record of the chaos. It doesn't actually fix it. Imagine installing traffic lights in a city that has no roads. Technology is excellent, but it's probably solving the wrong problem. Now, over time, I've noticed 3 typical patterns that cause most CRM implementations to fail. And the first one is data dumping. People import thousands of contacts into a system and assume something will magically happen. But a list isn't a pipeline. If there's no structure for what happens next, contacts just sit there, and they sit there incredibly disorganized. The second pattern I see a lot of is manual dependence. Everything still relies on someone remembering to move the deals or send follow-ups or update records. So the CRM becomes more work rather than less, and nobody wants more work. So when tools create friction, people stop using them. And the third pattern I see is no automation layer. Now, this is the biggest one. This is the one that actually not only gets you organized, but also creates leverage and helps you do more of the things that you want to do. Because without automation, a CRM is just storage, and you may as well use a free Google Sheet. Automation is what creates movement. It's the difference between a filing cabinet and an engine. Now, I remember working with one client who proudly showed me their CRM. They had hundreds of contacts, detailed notes, plenty of activity logged. And when I asked a simple question, the room went quiet. I said, what happens when someone raises their hand? There was no answer, no automatic response, no follow-up sequence, just the hope that someone would remember. Now, that's not a system. That's an expensive spreadsheet with a login. Now, what a CRM is actually for, when it's designed properly, it becomes the central nervous system of your business. It remembers what humans forget. For example, I take all of my AI notes from my Zoom calls and automatically store them back against those contact records. It tracks conversations like that. It ensures relationships don't disappear. And when automation is layered in, something really powerful starts to happen. Momentum in your business stops depending on memory. Again, when someone inquires, something responds. When someone goes quiet, something follows up for you. When someone isn't ready yet, they stay connected to your world. That's when CRMs stop becoming software and start becoming infrastructure in your business that help you grow faster. Now, here's a quick way to tell whether your CRM is working properly. If a new lead arrived right now, again, would something happen automatically? Or would the next step depend on someone noticing? Are you using AI in your CRM to qualify that lead and put them into an appropriate bucket so that maybe someone who's an ideal fit for your business that you can really help gets routed directly to your phone? It says, Tim, John has just filled out a form. John's your ideal customer. Here's John's number. Call him right now. That single question reveals almost everything about how a system is designed. Now, getting CRM software isn't the hard part. It's designing it around your business systems. The business that gets the most value from a CRM aren't necessarily the most technical. They're the ones that understand something really simple. Their growth doesn't come from storing contacts. It comes from moving relationships forward consistently. In the next episode, I want to talk about something that most businesses completely overlook, and that's the hidden revenue that's already sitting inside their database. Because for many businesses, the fastest growth opportunity isn't even new leads, it's reconnecting with those that they already have. Now, before that next episode, take a quick look at your own CRM contacts or contact list. Ask yourself one honest question. If a new lead inquired today, what would happen next? If the answer is, I need to remember to respond, then you've just found the first thing worth fixing in your business. And if you want help designing systems that actually run, you'll find resources and ways to connect over at winmoreclients.com.au. Until next time, more clients, less effort.